All right, welcome everybody. Appreciate you jumping on with us tonight for our 7K Metals Opportunity webinar. My name is Zach Davis. I'm one of the owners and co-founders here at 7K Metals, and I'm excited to share with you exactly what it is we're doing here to change lives. So, look, I have no idea what your circumstances in life are and what has led you to this moment in time to be on this webinar, but I want to say thank you, and I want to especially thank those of you who are visiting with us for the very first time, and for those who thought enough of you to invite you to this webinar. So we're not going to take a lot of time tonight. We're going to move fairly quickly because what we want to do is give you the facts so you can make a decision on whether this is for you or not. All right, so the very first thing we want to talk about is why in the world did we start this company called 7K Metals? All right, we have been in this industry for a long, long time, and here's what we know to be true. In fact, let me tell you a quick story. When I was about 12 years old, I panned for my very first little bit of gold with my grandfather, and from that time till now, it's always put that little bit of a gold bug in me. And any of you who have a gold story, or any of you who know anybody who has a gold story, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Once you see it, once you feel it in your hand, it just never goes away. So there was a problem in the gold and silver buying industry that we noticed. There was also a problem in another industry that we've had a part of for the last 15 years. And so the co-founders, all four of us, have over 100 years of experience in the network marketing industry, and we're literally changing the way precious metals and the referral marketing industry are acting. This is no longer the game of kings where the rich get richer and the poor and the middle class suffer. So like I said, for the last 15 years, I've been involved in the network marketing industry, and we have seen some crazy things just like you have. But what I'm going to share with you tonight, I can promise you, is different. How many of you are saying, I've heard that before? Look, I heard it too, okay, and I heard it over and over and over again, but I promise you what we're going to share with you in the next few minutes, you will see exactly what I'm talking about, why this is different. One of the big differences is we're dealing in the precious metals industry, okay, so I'm going to visit with you for a moment about why precious metals, why they're so powerful, and why it can be so powerful in the model that we're using here. So let's talk about the value of precious metals. So you can see on your screen right now that back in the late 1800s, if you had a $20 gold piece, you could have walked into the store and you could have purchased a man's suit or a real nice woman's dress, or back in the late 1800s when they first came out, a brand new Colt Peacemaker. Let me ask you this. If you were to walk in to Dillard's or Macy's or any of these stores right now, could you take a $20 bill, put it on the counter, and walk out with a custom suit, a beautiful woman's dress, or go to the gun store and buy a brand new high-end firearm? The answer is absolutely not. Not for $20. But guys, for the exact same gold piece, you could still purchase those very same things. Now, in 1965, you could have purchased a brand new Ford Mustang with 2,500 ounces of silver. Now let me ask you this question. Today in 2017, how many pieces of silver do you think it would take to purchase a brand new 2017 Ford Mustang? Most people are blown away by the fact you could actually buy two brand new Ford Mustangs today. Why? Because gold and silver, again, hold their value. So the question is, how many of you on this webinar was just like me, and over the last 20, 30 years have had the opportunity to purchase precious metals, but you didn't do it? So the question is why? If we know that we need it and we know that we want the precious metals because they hold intrinsic value, why aren't we buying precious metals? Look, I was just like you. I had called the phone numbers. I had searched the websites. I wanted to buy precious metals, but the problem is I didn't know where to get it. Every single website that I went to, I had a different experience. I'd see things like this. On my screen right here, you can see you can purchase as low as $1,304.71. Oh yeah, but by the way, when you go to check out, look what they do to you. Oh, that's if you want to buy 20 or more of a 1-ounce gold coin. Look, not everybody can purchase 20 1-ounce gold coins at $1,300 a piece. If you want 10 to 19, it's $1,364. 1 to 9 is $1,369. So I don't even see where this price is of $1,304 if they're advertising on their website, as low as when you go to the actual checkout process, all of a sudden now what you're looking at is a significantly increased price. So they play these games, right? You'll notice over there they also say USPS first class free shipping. Well, all they did was they added the shipping right into the price that you see in the very beginning so you don't feel the pain when you see the shipping. All right, so we've all had this experience where we go to these different websites, we see the different advertisements, and then we get bogged down into the fact of we don't know what a good price is. We don't know if we're getting taken advantage of or if it's actually a good price. Now look at these. This is really, really sad. Look at the picture on the left. So I actually had a conversation with a lady who was standing in a coin store. And a gentleman walked in, and he went up to the counter and he said, I just bought $10,000 of gold below spot price. Look, I'm telling you right now, if you get nothing else out of this evening, if somebody tells you you can purchase gold or silver below spot, run. It is an impossibility. In this case, this 10 ounces of gold that was or $10,000 worth of gold that was purchased below spot price, absolutely worthless. When the guy tested at the counter, he had to come back and say, look, I'm sorry, but wherever you bought this, they completely took advantage of you because this is not real gold. Now, another experience that I had with an individual. They actually called one of these advertisements. Look, you guys have seen them. You've seen all these advertisements on Fox News and on the radio. You hear these advertisements, call Goldline, Blanchard, Monex, Lear Capital. But what happens when you call these people? All they try to do is they try to upsell you into things that you don't want, and they have these minimums. So when I say it's the game of kings, that's literally what I'm talking about. This used to be the game of kings. Only rich people could have precious metals. This is a true story that actually happened to a lady who called to try to purchase gold and silver. I can understand why some of you on this webinar tonight have been so disgruntled and confused about where to purchase precious metals and why you haven't done it, because this is the kind of stuff that's out there. She called up and said, hey, I'd like to purchase some silver. The guy on the other end of the phone said, great, how much money do you have? She said, well, I have about $500. Now to her, that seemed like a lot of money to purchase silver. After the guy on the other end of the phone got done laughing, he said, look, we'll take your $500, but we have a $1,500 minimum. So we'll take your $500, we'll charge you 8%, you can make a payment every single month, and then once you pay it off, then we'll send you the precious metals. All right, so these experiences happen to people over and over and over and over again. Look, I'm going to tell you about one that actually happened today. I had a mailer show up in my mailbox a couple weeks ago. 1/10 ounce gold coins. It was being advertised at ridiculously low prices. So I thought, what, I'm going to call. I'm going to find out what this is. So I called the number. Nobody answered. I went to their website, and they let me go through the checkout process, but they wouldn't let me put a credit card information in, or they wouldn't let me pay online. I get a phone call the next morning from the broker on the other end. Hey, just calling to let you finish up your transaction. But then guess what he tried to do to me? He tried to talk me out of purchasing what I wanted to purchase, which I couldn't have purchased anyway because it was at a ridiculously low price and he wasn't going to sell it to me. And he tried to get me to purchase an MS-69 and an MS-64 coin, collector's coin, at almost $2,000 over the current marketplace value. Guys, if I didn't know any better, how many people actually fall for that gimmick? So that's what we face out there when we're trying to buy gold and silver. And the other thing is, look, some of us just don't flat have the money to do it. You need to understand a little bit about how the precious metals industry works, because if you're going to purchase precious metals, you want to know that you're getting a good product and that you're getting it at a fair price. So this is how it works. Top left-hand corner of your screen, you'll see the United States Mint is the one that creates the coinage. So when you see these shows like Gold Rush and all these, they pull the gold and they pull the silver out of the ground. They send it to the U.S. Mint. The Mint smelts it down into bars. They press it into coins. And then the United States Mint sells the coinage directly to a very few elite dealers. These dealers then sell it to the wholesalers. The wholesalers then sell it to the brokers. The broker sells it to the retailer, and then it ultimately ends up to you after you've purchased it on a website or after you've gone to a coin store. Look, how many places in that chain was there an opportunity for the price to be raised? Because if the authorized dealer sold to the wholesaler, well, the dealer had to make a little bit of money. When the wholesaler sold to the broker, he had to make a little money. We know the broker makes money, and then he sells it to the retailer, and the retailer's got to keep the lights on and the website open when he sells it to the customer, so you know he made a little money in the process. So that's how many fingers are in the pie. Every time you buy a piece of gold, every time you buy a piece of silver, every single one of these people is making money off of that transaction. The rules have changed forever, and we changed them. Here's how your new buying experience is going to be with precious metals. When the United States Mint produces that coinage, they sell it to those very select few authorized dealers, and 7kmetals has a strategic partnership with those authorized dealers where we purchase at a very, very, very low price because of our quantities and our buying power, and we pass that savings directly to you as a customer here at 7kmetals through your membership. So that's one of the values of the membership, is you get it at the lowest price. But the big value of the membership is, again, how many people on this webinar right now this evening have gone out and tried to purchase precious metals and got discouraged because either the pricing was all over the board or you were afraid that the source you were talking to wasn't going to ship it. I mean, how many of us looked on eBay? Okay, I could have everybody raise their hand, anybody who's actually purchased precious metals on eBay, and my guess is you're probably still waiting on delivery. So there are so many people going through that. It is a completely different buying experience here through your 7K membership. So when you purchase a membership, what it does, it creates a tracking center. And that tracking center allows you to log into a back office, look at your transactions. It also places you in our genealogy as a customer. You have no obligation to purchase anything. You have no obligation to go tell anyone. Look, if you want to just simply be a customer of 7kmetals and purchase precious metals at direct pricing from the dealer, you have that opportunity through your membership. There's also another opportunity I'll talk to you about in just a moment, that we solve that other equation where some people say, look, Zach, I just flat don't have enough money to purchase the precious metals. Here's the cost of the membership. We have had a lot of people, experts in this industry, tell us that we are seriously underpriced. We should be selling this membership for $1,500 a year, but guys, that is not our motive, and that's not what we're trying to do. We are trying to help more people purchase precious metals, and we're trying to help more people be able to make a residual and passive income. So the cost of the membership here is only $250 for the annual membership, and that allows you to purchase precious metals from a source that you trust, knowing that you're going to get a product that is real because it comes from one of those authorized dealers that ship directly from the mint. You're not going to have to go through all the hassle of the upsell. By the way, you can purchase as much or as little as you want. Remember the website I showed you just a minute ago? If you wanted the best price, you had to purchase 20 of those 1 ounce gold coins. That will not be your experience here. If you want to purchase one single coin, you will purchase it at that price. We don't have tiered pricing. Okay? Our tiered pricing is the bottom end price, what we purchase it from the dealers. All right, so our other objective is to create financial freedom for everyone who interacts with our company. Here's the picture of how it works in most other network marketing companies, and this is where we get diabolically different, guys, because almost every single person who's had experience in the network marketing industry, it becomes a love-hate relationship. Because this is the way most companies do it. We realize that this is the most powerful marketing vehicle in the world that absolutely has no biases, where the average and ordinary person can become successful. But most of the companies choke off the money supply, keep it for the company, and then trickle a little bit out in the compensation plan, and you all know who gets it. It's the top 1 or 2% of the company. It's the guy that's standing up there making millions of dollars, right? And we love that guy. He's great. But the bottom line is that money never makes it to the mass distributors. They all pay the monthly auto ships every single month, buy the dream, but never make the money. So our goal here at 7kmetals is to be significantly different. We want to open up the floodgates and be able to share the wealth. So our objective in our compensation plan is literally to help people earn $1,000 without enrolling thousands of people. We don't want one person making $100,000 a month here. What we want is 100,000 people making thousands of dollars a month. That's the reality of this business. Look, that's why most people join network marketing companies, is because they want to make money. But what they end up with is being strapped with a product and a monthly bill and not making any of the money. Okay, so here's how it works. Super simple. Here's our 7kmetals compensation plan in its entirety. This is a one-page document. I'm going to walk you through this piece by piece so you understand it. It is the most simple compensation plan that you will ever see, and it is the most lucrative. So here's how it works. If you choose to build a business and you want to be able to make a residual passive income here at 7kmetals, you come in as a member or as a customer. Okay, remember how I said you were placed in the genealogy and you get a tracking center? As a customer, you're allowed to be able to refer other customers to the program. So as you do that, when you make 2 personal membership sales, you place one on the left and one on the right. That starts your team. So we use a very, very simple binary. Okay, you have a left side and you have a right side. In a 7-day period, if you get 500 points on your left and 500 points on the right, you will generate a $500 check. If you get 1,000 points on the left and 1,000 points on the right, you will generate a $1,000 commission check. That happens every 7 days because we're on a 7-day pay cycle. Now, we have also an additional income of a 5% matching bonus. It's very, very simple. It works like this. Help Sally purchase a membership. Sally refers a few friends. She makes $1,000. When she makes $1,000, I make a 5% matching bonus of $25 on her commission check. That's infinite. Every single person that you introduce to this business that makes a commission check, you earn an additional 5% matching bonus. Okay? We also have a second generation 5%. The way this works is in my first example, if Sally made a $1,000 commission and then she had personally enrolled Bob and Bob made $1,000, I would not only make a 5% matching bonus on Sally's commission check, but I also make a 5% matching bonus on Bob's check. So 2 generations of the 5% matching bonus. Now the question is, how do we accumulate these points? We got to get 500 points on the left and we got to get 500 points on the right. So anytime a membership is sold, whether it's a customer who just simply purely wants to buy precious metals, or whether it's a customer who wants to refer some friends and then become an associate, every single time one of those ends up in a tracking center in your downline, you get 100 points. It doesn't matter where they're at. It doesn't matter if they're 500 levels below you or if there's 5 levels below you. It doesn't matter if you personally put them in or if someone above you personally puts them in and they happen to fall below you, or if somebody below you sells a membership. It does not matter where these people are placed. On your left side, everyone there rolls up, you get 100 points for those. On your right side, every single person, it rolls up and you get 100 points for those people as well. Also, you can accumulate points through our Coin of the Month program. So let me explain to you how that works. So every single month we send you a coin. Remember how I asked you the question a little bit earlier, how many of you have had the opportunity to purchase precious metals for the last 20 years and you haven't done it? Like, not only do these other things stand in our way, but I know what human behavior is. I know that most people are not disciplined enough to go to a website and purchase a product every single month. They're not disciplined enough to drive down to the coin store and purchase a coin every single month. So the power in our Coin of the Month program is we will ship an MS70 coin to you every single month without you having to think about it. After 20 years of these coins piling up, I promise you, you will say thank you. So let me explain to you what an MS70 mint state coin is. This is a graded coin. The coins that we use are the American Silver Eagle, and these are an absolute perfect mint condition coin. These are a collector's coin, so they have a collector's value. It's a real tangible asset with instant value. When you think about the difference between this and almost every other single company that you've been involved with, look, we have no idea what these will be worth in the future, but we do know what they've been worth in the past. You can actually go to the grading company's website and you can look these coins up and find out exactly what these coins have been worth in the past. So let's take a look at a couple. So if you had currently today a 2012 MS70 Silver Eagle, that coin on the collector's market today would be worth $150. Guys, that's not a guess because that's what it was actually sold at auction, and that's where the grading company gets their price. A 1996 MS70 Silver Eagle coin would be worth over $6,000 today on the collector's market. A 1999 MS70 Silver Eagle coin would be worth over $19,000 today. Now check this out. Had we been disciplined enough, and had we known, hindsight's 2020, had we started purchasing these coins, you guys and gals, in 1986, and we had purchased one every single month since 1986 until today, and we paid $100 for them a month, we'd have paid roughly $37,000 since 1986 for those coins. On the collector's market today, that collector's portfolio of coins would be worth over $1 million on the collector's market. That's a product of real tangible value. Now this Coin of the Month that we send every single month, you can find these coins all over the internet, anywhere from $75 all the way to the Home Shopping Network, QVC, who sells the most of these things at $130 every single day. In my local coin shop here in town, they sell them for $108 every single day. Let me just ask you this. in almost every other company that you've been with, you buy a bottle of shakes, lotion, potions, pills. You know you're paying way more for it than what you could pay at the store. How about the idea of being able to purchase a membership and then getting the product for less money than anybody else is getting it? That's the value of the membership. The value of the Coin of the Month program, there's some places that sell these things for $130. We're selling it to you for $98 every single month coming to the door. All right, now, let me maybe just drive home this idea really quickly that we are different. So let's just say that you and I are friends. I need a little help. I need $5,000 in cash because my radiator went out, my transmission went out, my water heater maybe went out. Look, life just happens, right? We all know that. So I'll give you $10,000 in multivitamins and weight loss shakes, and you give me $5,000 in cash. And in 90 days, if I don't pay you back, you get to keep it all. How many of you would do that deal with me? Nobody. Why? Well, because you already have all the weight loss shakes, and you already have all the multivitamins, and you already have all the energy drinks that companies have been sending out for years and years and years. And it all has an expiration date, guys. So it doesn't matter how fast you chew those pills. When the expiration date goes out, they are no longer any good. Now look at this scenario. Think about this for a second. Same scenario, but I'll give you $10,000 in gold and silver coins for $5,000 in cash. And in 90 days, if I don't pay you back, you get to keep it. Every single person on this webinar will do that deal. Why? Because the product is a tangible asset. Now, check this out. How many companies have you been a part of in the past as well that ran a contest and you would have been excited to get their own product? Yay, more weight loss shakes, or yay, more energy drinks. Look, guys, I'm being a little facetious here because we love the industry and all these products are great, but what I'm really trying to help you understand is this is different. So some of you who might be thinking, oh man, I just don't want to share, something with my friends and family. I have never met anybody yet who has said they had too much gold and silver and they wanted to pay more than what they're already paying for it. That's the real value in the product that we have here. All right, guys? So it's a very, very simple idea, but it's a big idea. The opportunity to be able to share a valuable product with friends and family, associates, and people that you know, knowing that every single month when they get that coin in the mail, they're going to be thanking you for helping them put assets away into the future and not thinking, I got another bill and more vitamins to chew. So again, thank you guys for jumping on the webinar with us tonight. I appreciate it. Look, if you're new and someone invited you here, just get with the person that invited you and grab a membership today and start purchasing precious metals. So again, my name is Zach Davis. I appreciate everyone jumping on with us this evening, and everyone have a wonderful night.